Hello guys, Dusty here with another episode of Crazy Craigslist ads. Yes, you guys have seemed to be still liking these after recording. I think I recorded 3 episodes in bulk, and you guys seem to like them, so I'm going to be doing more of these. Yay! Still Mondays and Thursdays at 6 o'clock, so make sure to catch them, I guess. But yeah, let's get started with, since I am very close to 50 subscribers at the time I am recording this video, and I may be at 50 subscribers when it airs, I decided to make sure this first ad was very special. So I took one that I tried to put in some of the other videos when I originally started recording this series. However, it was so funny, I figured, you know what, I should really save this one for a special occasion. So here it goes. Trade. That's the title of the ad. Trade. Anyway, he goes on to say, I have for trade my jailbroke PS3 for an Xbox One. Okay, friend. No matter how jailbroke this PS3 is, no matter how size of the hard drive, how much stuff it comes with, it probably won't outvalue someone's new freaking Xbox One, okay? Just wanted to make that clear to you. 320 gigabyte hard drive. Not much of a selling point because the Xbox One comes standard with either a 500 or 1 terabyte hard drive. You are not selling anyone with that. He goes on to say, 1 controller plus TV connector. You don't tell us it's a first-party controller, and you don't tell us what kind of TV connector it is. I mean, you can connect the things with composite, component, HDMI, DVI. The possibilities are endless, but yeah. I'll just assume it's freaking HDMI and say, okay, it's even with the Xbox One. If not, then you're lost another point right there. Anyway, he goes on to say, this PS3 can burn games directly to the internal hard drive. All right, so I watched back my one with the Wii and how it burned games to a flash drive, and I feel stupid for describing it the way it is because that's actually not illegal. The illegal part about it is actually selling these things on Craigslist with games that are not actually being sold with console. That is the illegal part, not the whole act of putting the games on the Wii itself. In fact, I do plan to do this eventually because I do want to preserve my physical copies of games, not because I plan to get rid of them anytime soon. Anyway, he says, this PS3 can burn games directly to the internal hard drive and can even play games from an external hard drive. Okay, that's all right. I have no problem with that. It can also play retro games like Nintendo, Sega, Game Boy, and many others. Well, as long as the emulators are distributable and anything. Wait, did that say Sega? Retro games, and it says retro games. Nintendo, Sega, Game Boy, and many others are not games. Nintendo's a brand, all right? If you're going to talk about the Nintendo Entertainment System, just say it's a Nintendo Entertainment System. Sega, that's Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast. There's many Sega consoles. Sega Nomad, even though that's just Sega Genesis, just portable and all that. Game Gear, possibilities are endless, right? Game Boy kind of falls under Nintendo there, but I suppose they mean the console. And many others, okay? It has a lot of games installed, some PS3 and a lot of NES games. Okay, that's where things become illegal. See, he's not selling the games with this console, therefore this is illegal because he doesn't know that you own the games. I mean, I would consider it not a gray area too much if you already owned all the games on this PS3 and he decided to give it to you with all the games installed on it. But since you probably don't own all the random games on the PS3, buying this PS3, this is in fact illegal, and definitely a lot of NES games, right? This firmware can be upgraded or downgraded in a flash. Okay, that's fine. Use your computer or smartphone to download games, then FTP to your PlayStation. Keep in mind, never have to do that with the Xbox One, right? You will never need a USB for transferring games. Never need that for an Xbox One too. This is the interesting part. This is the kicker of this ad. This is what makes it one of the funniest ads I've ever seen in my entire life. He goes on to say, go to your local Redbox, remember when those things existed, and rent a game, then simply burn it to the PS3. Then return game, and now you will own the full game for a little over $1. Warning, against the law. email me to trade. Okay, that's really illegal. That is really, really bad. That is not a good thing to put on your Craigslist ad. I just, do I really even need to explain this any further? It baffles me how stupid some people are. I mean, is it just me, or is that, do you guys catch that same vibe? Anyway, we will move on to the next ad, which is a 3DS for $120. So it includes a case and a charger. Yes, we see the case there. It's a decent looking case. Might be Nintendo first party, might not be. Charger, it's a 3DS charger, so what do you expect? And the 3DS, of course. Good condition with one scratch/indentation. All right, that is about the vaguest description you could give me about a 3DS's scratch/indentation. Because, well, first of all, we got to keep in mind that you can buy new condition 3DSs at my local pawn shop for $99. They have a ton of them there, all the colors you could ever want, and they're all in great shape. So this is already a little overpriced unless you're really adamant about that bag. But also, yeah, where's that scratch or indentation? And second, scratches and indentations are different things. A scratch is actually a scratch on the console. An indentation is somewhere where it has been indented. Or dented, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, all together, show us in a picture or something like that, please. I really want to see where this scratch or indentation is. And now curiosity is going to kill me for the rest of my life. Moving on to the next ad, we have a Nintendo 64 for $35. Now, if you look at this picture right here, you will notice it is very, very dusty, which I would usually like. If it weren't for it being actual dust. Get it? Because it's a pun with my name, Dusty. Anyway, not the point. So, as you can see, there's two controllers there. You can just tell by this picture, these controllers are not functional. The analog sticks on them are way too loose to even possibly work. But the ad, oh yeah, and when you see in the right side of the screen, the make and manufacturer is Nintendo, which makes sense, but the model name and number is 64, not Nintendo 64, not whatever, it's the N64 or whatever model number is under the console or whatever. No, it's just 64. Anyway, they go on to say in the ad, Nintendo 64 with controllers and 5 games. Rumble Pack. Cables games are... commas, guys. Learn how to use them. Games are Donkey Kong. Last time I checked, that's Diddy Kong Racing. F-Zero X. Road Bash. Pro Skater. Not Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Pro Skater. Pro Skater 2. Not Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Pro Skater 2. Comma. Sometimes games... learn where to put your commas, man. Seriously, and learn how to use ands, and just go back to school, please. Sometimes games would not come on. Yeah, I know how that feels. Moving on. Light works, but no video. Yeah, the light works, but no video. Yeah. The kids would take the game... Wait. You're not the kids? Oh, you have kids and you wrote an ad this illiterate? Shame on you, man. What are you teaching the future generation of people? Anyway, the kids would take game out and blow into it. Games, plural, man, come on. It and the machine, and it would come on. Fair enough. I tried that, and did not work for me. All right, so first of all, you're as dusty as this is, you are trying to sell me Nintendo 64 for $35 with both your kids and your saliva in it. That's not a selling point, man. So it may or may not work. May not work for you. It's selective. Sometimes it'll work for you, sometimes it won't. Yeah. The kids no more. No kids no more. No kids no more. Best English to grace my freaking ears, guy. So I am selling this. Okay. Been stored in a box for a couple of years. 35.00, no dollar sign, or best offer. I am open to offers. Or best offer does typically imply that you are in fact open to offers. You really do not need to reiterate that. I mean, how stupid. Just look at this freaking ad and look how humanity has digressed when it comes to Craigslist. Like, you could actually go on Craigslist years ago and see competent, good ads for not overpriced items. However, now you're looking at $35 consoles that might not work, with 2 controllers that absolutely do not work, with cheap games, $35, and want me to drive all the way to Ames. Good God, I hate that. Why? Stupid Craigslist. Anyway, well, of course, stupid Craigslist. You're crazy, Craigslist. You know, it's a crazy world out there, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. And if you do want to see more, please give her a like and tell me in the comments, because I really do want to hear. Also, what did you think about these ads? And if you, of course, have any ads you want to send me, you can go ahead and private message them to me, and I will feature them on this show. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Take it easy.